Hey guys, how are you? Let me see here. I am located right now in Casa Linda for Christmas. Feliz Navidad. It's a busy day, and I doubt you guys are going to be online for not for so not for a live to air too much, but so I'm just going to be online for a moment. I just wanted to say hi to everyone. Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for, joining me when I do my live to airs. And for those of you who don't know, Casa Linda is. Hold on, I got to show you Noche. Look at this. Look at Noche. And now I'm going to show you Noche's boyfriend. She just met him today. And then over there, guys, Sylvie, Gustavo, Ken. Hola, I'm on my live to air. Gustavo, come up, turn your head over a little bit. There we go. I just wanted to say hi, let everyone else say Merry Christmas. We also have Anne. She's going to hide a little bit, but she's right there. See her in the door? There we go. All right, guys. So Casa Linda is a beautiful invited me here. The in Casa Linda, you get a private pool. You also get. Oh, let me show you my room. I'll show you guys my room. Hold on. Oh, let me get up. I hope it's not cutting out too much. So this is a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, and that's where I was just sitting. It's been raining out a little bit today. The 2 dogs are amazing. Noach, come say hi to everyone. Merry Christmas. Hi, Merry Christmas. Yeah. She's happy to have a little buddy, and he's happy too. I just gave Murphy a big piece of skin. So here's the closet. I just gave him a big piece of skin from cerdo asado. That's barbecued pork, and he loved it. Here's one of the bedrooms. I'll be staying out here. Comes with a fan and also air conditioning and also flat screen TV in both rooms. You get you get TV in both rooms. And here's the bathroom. I feel like I'm doing work on Christmas. Here we go. I just wanted to show you guys how it all looks. Afuera, amor. Afuera. Gracias. I speak Spanish to Noche. A lot of people ask me if she understands Spanish, and she definitely does. Because, I have to make sure that I teach it to her. Look. He's trying to get her to play. How sweet is that? Go on the grass. Look at, she needs a little friend to play with. Oh, look, she's trying to dominate him. She really jumped on his back. No, afuera. There they go. Look. They just want to do a little running. That's so important. Let me take you inside and show you the inside as well. So you get a big flat screen TV, some nice couch area. You also get your stove and your oven, which is great for those of you who like to, cook. You're also going to get a toaster and a blender and a really cool coffee maker. As I'm looking at these, I'm like, oh, I wish I knew there was a blender here. And of course, a microwave and a really big fridge. I'm going to check your messages in a second. I just want to get back out here and sit down and chill. Again, say hi to these guys. This is who I'm spending Christmas with. So Sylvie, sorry, I just want to say, you and I met like how many years ago?
Oh my. I don't know, about 3, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. And we went camping together. Where are you from?
I'm from Bermuda.
Where do you live?
I live in Bermuda.
That's right. You came all the way here.
Yes, and I've been coming here since 2001, and I really started coming back and forward after 2007. So I've got to travel to many places in the Dominican Republic, and I'm about to do some traveling now. I want to go down to Seminar. I'm going to go back to Cabrera. I'm going to go up to the Harbor Core. Whether I'm going to drive up there or not, I am not quite sure because it's a long drive.
Right.
But I plan on going up there too.
Beautiful.
In Santo Domingo.
Yeah, in Santo Domingo. She rents a car here, guys. So for those of you who are afraid to drive here, Sylvie, she rents a car and she's all over. And we went to San Juan together, Rio San Juan. Yes. So and also she does investing with crypto, same as Ken. You guys know that. And that's okay. And then, we got the Spanish teacher over here. If you guys are looking to do Spanish lessons remote, you can let me know because Gustavo does it on WhatsApp. I remember when he wasn't doing lessons on WhatsApp and he didn't have WhatsApp. And I'm like, get WhatsApp. You can do remote lessons with people from around the world. And he did. And that's what he's doing now. So if you guys are looking for remote lessons, you're not here, and you really want to learn Spanish, there's your opportunity. And also Ken does crypto as well, and he teaches it as well. So we have a real group of people here. And both of them are crypto consultants. We got two of them right here. And a lot of people are looking to invest so they can actually come here and live full time. And this is another thing that a lot of people want to do because they want to come here and live the life, spend Christmases here, and in the new year, and have an income. And in the new year, you guys are making plans to do that. So I just wanted to hop on quickly and say hi to you guys. Thank you, you guys. Okay. Merry Christmas. And I just wanted to say to you guys, if you guys are looking to relocate here, let me know. There's a lot of resources going on. All right. I don't know if it was shaky. I apologize if it was. Hold on one second. Let me turn this camera around so I can read some of these messages. Let's see here. You know what? Let me take my sunglasses off and put my glasses on. I want to be able to read what's going on here. Okay. Here we go. We have Thai Law. Hello, Merry Christmas. Jackie says hi, Ann. She says hi. Thank you so much for that beautiful collar that you brought for Noche. And thank you so much for the gifts that you brought for the doctor here as well. Jackie came here. She visited with her husband, John, a couple of weeks ago. They left and they were here for 2 weeks. And oh my gosh, she brought me down some popcorn. And she also brought down some gifts for Noche, which was amazing. And then also she brought down a few things because Jackie is a nurse, and she brought down a few things that they were throwing out at the hospital. And she was like, oh my gosh, I can't let this just go into the garbage. So she brought like a thing for blood pressure, like to check it. I think for diabetes or something, a bunch of stuff. So, and I just want to say thank you. Then we have Pablo Picante. Pablo in the house. Hey, Pablo in la casa. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas again, Jackie. Princess Hill. Merry Christmas, sweetheart. Living life golden. Hello, sweetie. Merry Christmas. NFN Shaka. Happy holidays to you too, King. Jackie, have you been into the wine, girl? Not yet. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat first. And I haven't been into any wine. Why? Do I seem a little buzzed? Drinking a little bit of coffee here. Probably have a couple of drinks later. And she is a brave woman for driving. She is, right? Are you guys getting a good feed here? Let me know. So I just wanted to chill and chat with you guys about, just a few things. So actually, I'm going to do another live to air, and I'm going to talk about the live to air. And I'm going to talk about another topic in the next little while. Probably in the next couple of days. Yes, the feed is good. Thank you. I'm going to talk more about this in the next couple of days, but I really wanted to come at you guys because I had a little disagreement with someone. Yes, I did. And hello, honey bunny. Look at him. Hi. He's Sweet dog. And so I had a disagreement with someone, a couple of guys. They said they were on a WhatsApp group that I'm involved in. And they said on the WhatsApp group that they were asking people for 20 bucks each. And they were saying that with that 20 bucks each, they are going to feed 200 hungry families in Los Charamicos. You guys know I live in Los Charamicos, and you know right away I was like, how dare you? First of all, contact Tailor Made Dreams and ask how you could contribute to the people that, really are in need of something. Contact Gregory from Flip Flop and ask if you can help contribute to the toy drive, or contact a few of these Canadians here that actually go around to the countryside and donate things during Christmas time. Because you see, Los Charamicos, and they said that they were going to feed 200 hungry families in Los Charamicos. Now, their hearts were in the right place, excuse me. Their heads were not in the right place. They didn't do their research. It was a little ridiculous when they said they were going to feed 200 families, hungry families, and some of the people had 5 tickets each. And I was like, that is not normal. And I saw some video footage of who was being fed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know the people that were being fed, and a lot of them were like, working at they work at the fire station and stuff like that. So they said it was like, they didn't say it was feeding the hungry in the ad. And so anyway, long story short is this: before they went into Los Charamicos, I said to them, there's not 200 hungry families. Why are you asking people for money 9 days before Christmas, foreigners, and pretending like you're going to go feed all these people in Los Charamicos? The guy came back on WhatsApp on the group, and he said, no, 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 no. With the money we have left, we're going to feed to the surrounding areas. And I'm like, what surrounding areas? Like, what surrounding areas? Bate is loaded with people from Los Charamicos that live in Los Charamicos. For those of you who don't know, Los Charamicos is a part of Sosua. Bate is the main part of Sosua, and they're separated by the beach line, and you can walk from one to the other. So a lot of people that live in Los Charamicos, they actually pay 8,000 pesos a month for rent. Los Charamicos is not cheap to live in, and it's considered a middle class Dominican neighborhood. That's what it's considered, really. And so I couldn't believe that they were just targeting like that. And I thought to myself, wow, that's ridiculous. But okay, their hearts are in the right place. They didn't do their research 9 days before Christmas. It just sounded, a little too off the hook for me. I felt, I wasn't calling them crooked, but I just knew that they didn't do their research. So here I am. I'm walking my dog and walking no chain. I'm walking along the streets a couple of days ago, and they saw me. They were walking around Los Charamicos with tickets, 2 brothers and 2 women, Dominican women. And the one guy says, Cerise. And I look over and I'm like, oh, hey, he was the one that I was discussing things on the WhatsApp group with. And he's like, hi, it's me. I won't say his name because I'm not trying to call him out that way. He didn't do anything wrong per se. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh, you're the guy that I was arguing with on WhatsApp. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, are you seriously walking around these streets giving out tickets right now? And he's like, yeah, I raised $2,500. And I'm like, $2,500 of foreigners. And you're proud of that. And you're walking around giving people food for one day. Like, who is even overlooking all this money, And, I didn't say that to him. I just said, you're feeding people for one day. I'm like, what's up with you? You didn't hear me out when I was talking to you on the WhatsApp group. And he's like, no, my girlfriend right here. And the girlfriend was already down the street. She knew I was right. And she took off to go talk to some people that she hadn't seen for a while, right? But before she did leave, I did ask her, do you live here in Los Charamicos? And she said, no. And I said, okay. And I said, when did you move out of Los Charamicos? And she said, a while ago. And I said, where do you live when you were here? And she said, over by the fire station. And I said, oh, really? I said, so do you know my friend Elsa? And she's like, no. Everyone knows Elsa over by the fire station. I'm like, do you know Bar España? And she said, no. So now I know she hasn't lived in Los Charamicos for a while. So I was just doing that to see, the foundation of where their knowledge is coming from, right? Yes, the girl is Dominican, but there's not 200 families that are hungry in Los Charamicos because Again, they have jobs. They're not living by the countryside. And the countryside is where you want to go and maybe feed people, you know? So anyway, he says, whatever, like he got pissy with me and I got pissy with him too. I won't lie. And then I'm like, he's like, her mother lives here. And I'm like, who's her mother? And he's like, you don't know her. And I'm like, okay, but I bet you she's not hungry. She probably doesn't have hot water, and that's probably it. But a lot of Dominicans don't have hot water. And then so he's like, you don't know her. And I'm like, all right. So, oh, thank you so much for the charity, for the contribution. That's so nice. Now, whenever I'm on live and I get money, I do give it to the Dominicans, but how I give it out is through clothing. Thank you, Jackie. I give it out through clothing. And so this is what I was telling the people, these guys. I was like, how come you guys are not like putting together Christmas bundles with a little bit of soap and some socks and some toothpaste and some toothbrushes and stuff like that? Like, why are you just going and buying food? It would only cost, even to feed 200 families, it would only cost $200. Maybe 300 to feed 200 families if that was really what they're going to do. Because when you look at it, you can buy la bandera. That is, what's it called? It's like the plato del dia. It's like the plate of the day type of thing. And you get rice and you get, beans, and you get a meat of choice. You get pork, you get beef, or you get chicken, right? And those are like 150 pesos here. That's $3. So if you're going to feed families, it's not going to cost that much money, right? And then, so anyway, I'm just rambling a little bit because I am upset about it still. So then he says, they go ahead with it anyway, right? But oh yeah, so anyway, I had a little something with them in the street. We went back and forth, blah blah blah, and then they ended up leaving. And then they came back to a bar that I was sitting at, a called Model, that I was sitting at with my buddy. And they sat down and they had a drink and everything like that. And then I said to one of the guys, I said, there was two guys and two girls. The guys were Americans. And I said to the guy, I said, listen, you're running around here giving around tickets to people, but you got to give them other things. And I said, you see this guy right here over here sitting beside me? He has a toothache. Give him some money to go get his tooth pulled tomorrow. Like, let him go, give him something for like a pill to take away the pain. Ask people what they need here in Los Charamicos. Speak to them. Acquaint yourselves with them, right? Don't just say, oh, they're hungry, they need food. And that's kind of insulting, really. That $2,500 could have been, hold on, let me see this message. That $2,500 could have been given to my buddy, who would be able to help them. Like, this is what I was thinking. 2,500, they can rent a storefront on one of the main roads. 5,000 pesos a month, which is $100 a month. 3 months, all they have to do, like for a season, do it seasonally. For a season, $300, they could get a place for 3 months, and we could teach children English. We can teach children about, investments, money. We can teach them about even just English alone is amazing to teach them. You know what I mean? And I think this is what's really important at the end of the day. Their parents are feeding them. And in Los Charamicos, are there some people who are, struggling? Absolutely. 100%. But when you are asking foreigners for money and you get $2,500 and you're only giving out food, where is the rest of that money going? No, you have to really plan. And I said to the girl that was with them, because I said to the other girl, not the other one where the mother lives in Los Charamicos, the other girl, she spoke very good English. And I said to her, your English is really good. How come you're not, guiding these guys better? How come you're not telling them like really what your people need? Like, your people need soap. They need other things right now, so they can go out and get a job, so they can feel good about themselves. My and a friend of mine named Blame It On My Boogie, Jamie. I was on a line with her on a WhatsApp group, and she said, yes, when it comes to a point of financial, you have to really kind of consider what you want to buy: food or soap, food or jeans. Clothing is really important here. People want to feel good about themselves. And when they feel good about themselves, they will definitely go and get themselves a job. But if they don't feel good about themselves because they don't have a lot of clothes, they don't smell good because they don't have the soap, they're not going to feel good. But a nice t-shirt and a pair of jeans can go so far. That's not just throwing someone a fish, that's throwing someone a fishing rod and saying, here's how you fish. Again, I was so upset about it and so defensive. And I just felt like, wow, the $2,500. And now where is it? Where is it? This money from foreigners that was given to these two guys. Anyway, I said this to the girl. I said, why are you allowing these guys to believe that they're going to be feeding people in Los Charamicos? I said, do you even live here? She's like, no. I'm like, where are you from? She said, the capital. And I'm like, oh, um, so where do you live now? Puerto Plata? And I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you teaching these guys exactly where to put these resources? She said, well, that's something to take in consideration, and next year we will do that. And I'm like, wow, there would be nothing just to put together some Christmas packages, go to La Tienda, or even grab a few kids with the permission of their parents and take them to La Puga, the secondhand store, and buy them some shoes, buy them some t-shirts, buy them some socks, some bathing suits. You know what I mean? That money could have been distributed so much more better. So I just wanted to say, on their hearts were in the right place. I think I'm not sure. Now looking at it, I'm like, I don't know what they were up to. 2,500. That's not that they went well over the budget, and we know that now we're not going to see them in Los Charamicos any longer. And they said they're going to feed 200 people, and they fed like maybe 50 people, and that was with some people with 5 tickets, not families. Like, these were guys that were working. And when I said to the guy, I said, why aren't you like helping people get jobs? And he's like, what jobs? Clearly he was looking down on the Dominican people in Los Charamicos, And then I'm pretty sure, I hope that once he walked through those streets, those are my stomping grounds, I hope that once he walked through them, he saw a lot of people that were middle class Dominicans. Los Charamicos, at the very, very bottom, there are undocumented Haitians. What I mean by undocumented Haitians, I don't mean illegally here. I mean undocumented means that they came over the border without documentation. There are a lot of foreigners here that flew over from all over, and they still live here. They don't have their residency, but they're documented because they came over with their documents. Yes, they don't have their residency. Some have been here for 5 years. However, a lot of the times they, still live here, and they pay the tariff at the airport when they leave. If they're here for 3 years, they pay the equivalency of what the tariff is for 3 years. Okay, because that is right there. You guys can look it up. I've had a video about it, and there's one on my channel here, but you can take a moment as well and just Google overstay taxes, Dominican Republic, and you will see that there's an overstay tax, and you can go to the airport, and it goes all the way up to 10 years. So they are aware that some people stay here for like 10 years and don't even pay for a residency while they're here. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about undocumented Haitians. So those are Haitians that are in La Piedra, and they're afraid to leave La Piedra and go get jobs because it's possible that if anything happens, like they get caught up in some type of problems or troubles, they will be sent back to Haiti. Okay, so yeah, in those areas, even you want to take something like a Christmas box, take a few things to them. Rice that's not even cooked yet, non-perishable goods like canned foods, things that they can open in their own timing, like a can of beans, maybe not even canned goods, but like maybe like dry beans that they can put in a package, like a plastic Ziploc baggie. A little bit of rice in a Ziploc baggie, a little bit of beans in a Ziploc baggie, maybe some dried fruit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? To think that people are starving in Los Charamicos, where there are trees everywhere throughout every season. There's mango season, there's Also, avocado season, bananas galore all over everywhere, and there's rice in abundance, and everyone shares with each other. They really do. I sometimes, because sometimes I don't want to do too much shopping. It's only Noche and myself, right? So I'll call the colmado and I'll say, give me 25 pesos worth of rice. And they weigh it out spoonful. It's not packaged. It's just a thing of rice and they weigh out 25 pesos worth. I mean, 25 cents worth, 50 pesos, right? Which is like a dollar, right? And 25 pesos, which is like 50 cents. And that lasts me for a while, like as you could imagine. Or I'll order some food and it really does not come up to that much. So yeah, I'm on a rant right now and I was raving about it in the street, Los Charamicos, and I'm like looking at these dudes and I'm like, you guys are not correct. And they're like, well, we do this all the time. We also do other things. One of the guys, he's like, I watch you on your YouTube channel. I've commented on your YouTube channel before, and you told me that I offer really good advice. And I'm like, I probably did because you're probably a cool dude. But this here right now, this is not right. Your heart's in the right place, but you didn't do your research, and you need to come more correctly. If you want to help the Dominicans, you have to set up programs for the children. You have to really come at them in a way where you are offering them things that are going to last longer, like not rice for the day. You know what I mean? Like give them rice that they can cook at home and share. These guys just did it in a way where they weren't even trying to hear me out. So I'm like trying to help you guys when you guys come down here. Don't feel any way. If you have like old shoes, you have glasses for the old people, go to the dollar store and get glasses. If you have anything like for, bandages or any, I'm not saying come down with Tylenols and give pills away, not at all. But I am saying that, there's a lot of people that do get toothaches and, abscess and stuff like that. So if you are someone that can help that way, come on down. There's a lot of dental services here. There's a guy named Daryl from another WhatsApp group that I'm a part of, and he told me about free dental service up in El Choco, up by the monkey jungle. And so we're going to go up there and we're going to do a video because I want you guys to know that there are resources here and you don't want to be taken by some of the foreigners that are calling themselves expats. And and these guys were walking around Los Charamicos looking like Crocodile Dundee, hats on, looking like tourists. Even the guy said to me, he goes, you don't remember me? And I'm like, no. He's like, serious? And then I realized later that was his name. But anyway, he's like, serious? And I'm like, no, I don't remember you. I met a lot of people. And he's like, I met you before. And I'm like, okay, but look at you, bro. You're walking around here looking like Crocodile Dundee and Los Charamicos, making yourself look like you really are a foreigner. Like, what are you doing? Like nobody cares here in Los Charamicos. Everybody give them a little something for their family. Ask them what they need. Buy the kids pencils. Buy the kids, notebooks and little things that they can draw. There's a lot of artists here. Go above and beyond. Think outside the box. Don't think you're going to come here and then they set the whole place up in front of Los Charamicos at the first entrance. Meanwhile, that doesn't make sense. If you really want to feed people, you go down to the bottom, go into the trench of it all, go into like down by where I live and farther down, and like on the streets of the streets. You know what I mean? It just was so disturbing to me. And I just want you guys to know that if any foreigners reach out to you and they ask you for anything, always reach back to us vloggers. Always contact us vloggers and ask how you can help. Because between myself, Gregory, Tailor Made Dreams, we can advise you what to do. Tailor Made Dreams, he goes and him and a few of his friends, they do something called Christmas in October. And they go to an orphanage. This year, they actually bought girls nail polish. That's so thoughtful. They bought guys clothing and everything because they're on track with that. And Gregory from Tailor Made Dreams, he does like a Christmas toy, like a toy fun thing. And kids love toys and toys last, and toys will go from one kid to the next. And it's what you buy for the kids and you give that to him. And he's not trying to keep those toys. He's not asking for money. Okay, he's not asking for money. And TaylorMade went, and Russell from TaylorMade Dreams, he went and bought a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of clothes, not only for the kids, but also for adults. And I think that's what's important as well when you're buying clothing for people. Once you buy clothing for people, they are able to wear that clothing and feel so good, and they don't have to make compromises. They can go buy their own food, they can go buy their own necessities in that way, and then they have the clothing so they can wear it and go for their job interviews. They're going to feel good about themselves, and they're also going to look good to a possible prospective employer. It's not always about feeding them. And sometimes you'll see some videos where the kids look like they're wearing no shoes and the kids look like they're wearing no t-shirts. My gosh, when I was younger and where I was raised in downtown Toronto, I didn't wear shoes all summer long. I just kicked my shoes off, even sometimes here. Well, if you see me like at one of these beach bars or anywhere, even like on Pedro Clisante, I take off my shoes still till this day. And if I was a guy, I'd probably take off my t-shirt too. It gets hot here. So some children, they're just running around with shorts on, and they do look like they have dry feet and everything. That's because they are chilling. Doesn't mean that they are starving. They do want toys. Yes, they do. They do want clothing. Absolutely. But when it comes to food, when you're providing them with the same thing that they're eating every day, rice and beans and meat, you're not really going outside the box. And then this guy as well, I just really want to say how he's like, I reached $2,500. And I'm like, you shouldn't be proud to say that you took $2,500 to feed 200 non-existent families in Los Charamicos. It's not about how much money you collected. It's supposed to be how you're distributing that money. So yeah, I mean, I was a little upset about it. But again, I can't hate on him or them because again, they wanted to help. All I'm saying is if you guys want to help, come here. When you're here, connect with the people that are doing things, and they plan it not only 9 days in advance, but they're planning it for like months in advance. And if you're not here months in advance or anything like that, and you do want to send a gift, you can send money to some of the vloggers that already know where they're going to put that. I'm not saying send money to me because I don't run any of those funds at all. I don't do any of that. I help families in Los Charamicos all day, every day, all the time. I'll give away clothes, perfume, so toothpaste, anything. Sometimes, I'll a couple of 100 pesos here and there because they know what they need. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, really. It's not about just saying, come line up, get this food. This is a charity, It's a little embarrassing as well. A lot of the Dominicans, they don't want to line up and go get food because they're like, no. If you really want to help a family, knock on their door and don't just hand tickets out in the street. So, I really had to make this video about that because I thought to myself, this is Christmas time and a lot of you guys do want to help, and you want to help with effectiveness. You want to help people and make a difference. So if anyone is running around asking you for money, donations, or anything like that, think twice and contact the vloggers. Myself, the other day, blame it on my boogie. That's her YouTube channel name. Jamie, I went to her juke joint. She has a juke joint out in Puerto Plata, like a nice place for expats, and she makes some soul food and stuff like that. Just opened up recently. Great spot for you guys to go there and chill out with each other. A lot of you expats, let me know and I can tell you where it's at. It's in Puerto Plata. And she gave me clothing. She gave me like, I don't know, maybe about 5, maybe 6 pairs of pants, right? And as soon as I got back home the next day, I gave 3 pairs to, oh no, she must have given me about 8 pairs, right? Like a dress and everything, right? And I gave them away. My motor concho, his girlfriend his wife is large size, and a couple of the things in there are large size. And I said to him, I'm like, your wife is, full figured. like myself, I'm like, your wife is full figured, maybe she can use some of these. And he looked at it and he was like, yeah, yeah, I'm going to give these to her for Christmas. And he, and he loved it. And he felt so appreciative of it because they had their Christmas food. Yesterday, I ordered 4 pounds of cerdo asado. That's barbecued pig, right? And that like I gave it out and I brought some here as well for people, for the guests here today as well. And I don't like to say what I do, so I feel uncomfortable talking about what I do for people. So I don't want to talk what I did for people, just because I don't know. I don't want to put myself on a pedestal. It just makes sense that I do things when I do live in an area where if someone needs a pair of shoes or whatever, we'll go to La Puga secondhand store. La Puga means secondhand store, right? And there you can buy real Adidas for them because there's a lot of smart tourists when they're leaving, they just leave all their clothes and they will leave shoes and stuff like that. And, Dominicans can trade them in for other things that if they don't fit them, even if they don't fit them, right? They'll trade those in with someone else that has something very resourceful. So I do want to say that, I don't know, man. I was just so upset about it. And these guys were like, well, and I told the guy, one of the guys, I'm like, this guy right here, he has a toothache. Like, give him some money so he can go get his tooth pulled. You just made $2,500. Give him some money. And he did. He did. He gave him some money. I will say that much. He did give him money. And he said that he had a pill in his bag. He's like, I had some pills in my knapsack and I gave him a pill too. And I'm like, well, I'm not telling you to give them pills. Like, don't give them some pills that you don't know if they're allergic to it. You don't know what you're giving them. Like, don't give them pills. Give them the money, for a couple of pills to take away pain. You're looking at 100 pesos. They can go get ibuprofen at the pharmacy. They don't need a prescription. We don't need prescriptions when we go to the pharmacy. We can get whatever pills we want usually, right? As long as they're not like heavy narcotics and stuff, right? But you can go get antibiotics and everything. And so he did. He listened to me. And he's like, what does he need? And he spoke to him. And he's like, I gave Alex some money. And I was like, thank you. That's great. And then I asked Alex after the guy left, I said, Alex, you have some money for your pocket for your tooth? Go get it pulled tomorrow. And he's like, okay. So that was nice. And I was able to sit and show them the reality of what really needs to be done here. you know like make a difference, teach the children English, like teach them a second language, teach them about money, investments, anything. The children are open vessels. Their minds are like, fruit gardens. Their minds are like soil. You can plant seeds for tomorrow and ask them what their goals are. Teach them what goals are. Teach them what teach them, period, what life is all about. And I just think that this is what those guys could have did. Now I'm repeating myself, and I don't want to sound like I'm beating a dead cat. But I do want to keep it real. And I just want to say, you guys need to contact the people that are already doing things here. Hold on, I got a notification about Green Bay. The game is starting in a minute. 0-0 right now. Oh, look at all these messages. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Jesse Shorts, Merry Christmas. And, oops. Rich's Method, Cerise, it's Christmas, baby. Was last night, or am I in the twilight zone? Christmas wasn't last night. Christmas is right now, today. Christmas Eve was last night. Yes, Christmas Eve. Oh, because my live feed says Eve. Yeah, that's because I didn't make the video yesterday. And then I would back financial education instead of giving people food. Rich's Method is saying, or food that lasts for a minimum time. Right. Exactly. And then people return to struggle long term teaching. That will change lives forever is best. Absolutely. Rich's Method says, I'm definitely undocumented now. I flew in with a 30-day visa. It has expired over a year ago. I pay the overstay when I leave. If I leave, that's it, Jackie. Next Xmas, next Christmas, I will work with you and do up those boxes for you to deliver. Thank you. That would be really nice. Rich's Method. What you are describing, Cerise, might be the whole man's burden. It is real and exists, yes. Oh, the white man's burden, yes. TJ the Guru, Merry Christmas, TJ. Rich's Method, gotta run. Bye, sweetheart. Enjoy your Christmas and support my video. One upload today and another tomorrow. Beautiful. We'll support you. Rich's Method, guys. Jackie will bring some suitcase of stuff. Thank you. TJ the Guru. I'm doing a toy run in Sosua and Santo Domingo first week of January. You see, that's useful information. Toys are really good because toys, kids that can pass their time playing with toys instead of going out and getting in trouble in the streets, you know? Working with someone in Sosua and doing a personal run in Santo Domingo. That's wonderful. Pilot guy Chris. Hey Chris, how you doing, honey? Merry Christmas, Cerise. Merry Christmas, David Rich. Merry Christmas. Thank you, you guys, for the Christmas blessings. And yes, that's good. You guys work with people who live here. Work with people who understand what what the locals need. That's all I'm saying. You know, I don't want to crush anyone's efforts to bless other people. That's not my intention. My intention, though, is to say that if someone is asking for that much money, spend it, distribute it right. Know what to do. Don't just go line people up for like a soup kitchen. They're not homeless people. They have some of them. They have stoves. They have, propane. They can cook. Hi, Murphy. They can cook. Christmas boxes are great. Little packages are great. A little bit of beans, a little bit of rice if you want to give them food. But my thing is this: give them clothing. Bring down your secondhand clothes, your gently used clothing, anything that you can bring down. It doesn't matter if you have to pay an extra $50 for an extra suitcase or something. Hey, why not? You're going to bless somebody abundantly by doing that. And if you do want to give money, then make sure you give it to people that are distributing the funds properly. I think that's the only thing that, we could really do at this point, because there's too many people coming down thinking that they have the answers. And then, it's more about exalting themselves instead of humbling themselves. And that's not very cool. So, guys, this was my Christmas rant. Merry Christmas. I really love you guys. Thank you so much for being with me all year round. I'm also going to do a New Year live to air, and we're going to talk about a lot when it comes to rent coming into the new year. We're going to talk about not only renting, but we're going to talk about buying land. I'm going to be buying land in the near future. And when I buy my land, I'm going to build a cob home. A cob home is made with straw and clay and sand, and you mix it in water, and you mix it all together until you create like a paste, and you just make a house with it, and it's very sturdy, it's very strong, and it lasts long. Look up Cob Homes, CUB, and you'll see it's going to be amazing. I love Cob Homes, and it's pretty awesome. That's what I want to do. And I want to actually start a business creating cob homes, and I know that I have the ability to do that, and I will. So for the new year, I'm going to let you guys know what I'm going to be putting out in the new year, 2022 coming up. I'm going to tell you guys what my aspirations and what my goals are going to be. And we'll do a live to air then. Until then, guys, look at the video that I put out yesterday, or 2 days ago, I think it was, about my buddy Michael. He has half a head, half a brain, literally. It's missing. So if you're ever stomping through the grounds of Los Charamicos and you're chilling out and you're meeting people, please make sure that you say hi to him, stop by, give him a couple of bucks for the pain that he has in his head. And yeah, really enjoy life. Noche, ven aquí, por favor. Ahora. Ben. Hey. She's begging at the table for food over there, and I don't like that. Come here. Sit down. For those of you who are just tuning in, let me show you what I'm yelling at her about. Hold on. I'm at Casa Linda right now. Now Noche's sitting here. She knows better than to be over there begging for food like that. She's not allowed. She'll get hers. There's enough food there. And plus, I brought some cerdo asado, the same stuff that is so great. It's like pork, and it's really good. It's great for the dogs. So yeah, guys, I just want to say thank you so much. Let's do a live to air January, and we're going to be doing more of the beach runs and everything. I'm going to be doing a lot more beach walks, and we're going to be doing a lot more meditating coming into the year, a lot more manifesting coming into the year, and we're also going to be doing a lot more spiritual stuff, because you know why? We have to do things for our life in order to make our life transform. And a lot of you guys want to transition here, and sometimes it doesn't just take planning, it takes knowing, know how, and knowing how to get here. And when I mean knowing how to get here, when I say knowing how to get here, I mean also knowing how to plan right through the mind, body, soul, and also finances. All right, guys, I love you. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blesses. Let me see here. I'm new, but you seem great. Oh, thank you. Let me see here. Felicia Ash, thank you. Yoga Yoga, how you doing, sweetheart? Very nice to see that you're online right now. Love you, brah. Please tell the wife I said hello. All right, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and we'll talk soon in the new year. I love you. Bye-bye. And welcome, Felicia. Thank you so much for joining. Anybody else that's just tuning in for the first time, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, like this video. And I do random videos. I do story time. I do videos on renting, buying in the Dominican Republic, visiting or staying long term, relocating. I also offer consultations on relocating, whether you want to relocate to the mountain or to the beach side or in the city or just in the country. We have a lot of options here, and a lot of people ask me, is the Dominican Republic safe? And it absolutely is. It's foreigner friendly, and it is a place where a lot of people come and live from all around the world. And it is so wonderful to come here and enjoy this beautiful weather and enjoy the beautiful people, the culture, and all the opportunities that you can also invest in here. Take care, everyone. God bless. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blesses.